Hi everyone, and welcome to the March edition of the All Staff Briefings. Thank you so much for tuning in. We had two sessions on the day, one in the morning in CAH and one in the afternoon in Gate 24. Unfortunately, in the afternoon, we had an evacuation of CAH as we received a letter bomb in the post, which was clearly very, very concerning and is a reminder to us of the threat that we are exposed to. I just want to start by saying a really big thank you to all staff that were involved in that incident and did exactly what they were required to do in helping with the evacuation, and also a big thank you to the reception staff as well, who handled the item and responded to the incident exactly as we required, and they followed process and procedure. So again, thank you everyone. Certainly something that we were clearly not at all pleased about in receiving, but the team did a really, really good job in responding to that. I'm pleased to say that nobody was injured as well. So let me just go through in terms of the number of things that we're very keen to update you on since we last met late last year, just before Christmas. There's been a lot of activity around the airport. So I'll just give a quicker overview of what's happened. Lee and Chris Shields gave us an update on the new equipment that's arrived at the airport in various departments. Christian and Damien gave us an update on the all-important topic of health and safety. Alex Imlach from Aerodrome Operations, who's relatively new to the business, gave us an update on everything that's going on in Aerodrome Operations, and we had also a really thorough update from Stuart Edwards on transformation and technology. So as we've said before, we're really keen to showcase all the departments around the airport and what good work everyone is doing right across the airport. And finally, we had an update from Adam Keeble in relation to the new brand. I hope you like the new brand. We've now launched it. We've got a new video as well, which hopefully you've seen and you like. So in terms of what's happened around the airport since we last met, there has been a lot of activity, and excuse that pun, I meant that. Obviously, LOT Polish Airlines has commenced operations at the airport, and hopefully you've seen their new aircraft out on the apron, and they're flying to services to Warsaw and to Budapest, and we're hopeful that they'll commence services to Vilnius in a little while, hopefully in early May. BA Cityfly have launched a new route to Munich. There was a really good video coverage, filming coverage of the airport just prior to Christmas on BBC London News, and I'm sure it's still available on YouTube if you want to see it. It was showcasing London City Airport, particularly from behind the scenes and all the operational stuff and everything that goes on in a busy London airport, particularly around Christmas time. So if you haven't seen it, look out for it. It's really interesting coverage of the airport and the people around the airport and everything that we get up to on a daily basis. Really pleased to say the digital air traffic control tower is coming along well. You've probably seen that down on the dockside. That is completed in terms of the infrastructure, and we're now actually into the trialling phase, so that's going well. Hasty Pay we've introduced, so for those of you that want a little advance on your salary in terms of monthly pay, Hasty Pay is available to help you out there. It's a really good app, it's really easy to use, and it's something we're really pleased to provide and roll out to all our employees. We've also been supporting the East London councils around us. We've launched new videos called Beyond Zone 1, and so far we've showcased Greenwich and also Newham. They're available online as well. And this is about us getting behind the East London councils around us and doing something for them and showcasing what's on offer around London City Airport. There's so much to do in London, not just in Zone 1, not just in the key area around Buckingham Palace and Big Ben and Westminster at the moment and so forth, but so many cultural attractions and events and activities on our doorstep in East London. We want to do our bit to actually showcase those and help market those through our channels. We're also really pleased to be supporting Women in Aviation, the project which was launched very recently. You may have seen in our Inside 16 magazine, where we've recently showcased women in aviation. This is a really important initiative for us. There are not enough women in aviation, and organisations in aviation across the UK are recognising that, so is London City. and we are celebrating that and encouraging young women through school, through university and so forth to think about STEM subjects, science, technology, engineering, maths, and to think about careers in aviation and maybe working for an airport like London City. And finally, we've also released the new images of the terminal, which look great. I hope you like them. They're showcased in various places around the airport as well, including at the front of CAH. And they've received some really positive feedback from our stakeholders as well. So it's an exciting time. There's a lot's going on. There's lots of construction work that no doubt you've seen in the dock, a lot of activity as part of the CADAP program that's ongoing as well. So I've got some really good news. So on top of all of that, really pleased to say that we have recently won a really important ASQ award, Airport Service Quality Award. We won the best airport in Europe for our size in 2018. It's a massive thank you to everyone across the airport. Our frontline staff, our customer services staff in particular. This is how our passengers rate us, and they rate us incredibly highly. But also everyone that goes in to support the whole airport operation, whatever department you're in, has contributed to this overall result, this overall award that we've won for passenger satisfaction. It's really great news that our passengers rate us so highly. So big thank you, big sing out to everyone for this great result. You may have seen our passenger numbers are reasonably solid for the first couple of months of the year. For January, up 6%, for February also up 10%. You may recall February last year, of course, we had the beast from the east. So our February numbers reflect the fact that last February, February 2018, we had some disruption, but still nevertheless our passenger numbers are solid for the year. As we look out for the rest of the year, we're still projecting reasonably strong growth, which is good given the current uncertain environment that we're in. Lee and Chris gave us an update on all the equipment which has been introduced or is on its way to the airport shortly, including new belt loaders, new aircraft stands, and in the fire department, new fire engines, which are fantastic. I don't know if you've seen them. I'm sure the fire team will be very pleased to host anybody that wants to see their new fire engines. They look great. They are low emissions vehicles, so environmentally sensitive, which was something that I know we're very keen about to showcase, and operationally they work incredibly well. In addition to that, we have also introduced some new AmbuLift equipment to assist our passengers with reduced mobility to getting on and off the aircraft. To date, we really haven't had the right sort of equipment to assist in that all-important task of helping people with reduced mobility through and onto aircraft. We're trialling a new piece of equipment in March, very shortly, and if that is successful, we expect to go forward with further equipment later on in the year. This is something we've been keen to do for some time as we really look to improve how we can be fully accessible to people with disabilities. And Christian and Damien touched on, again, the all-important issue of health and safety, something we've touched on a few times in the all-staff briefings. And they gave us an update, in particular on the Centric software system, which we use to log all of the incidents and accidents around the airport. And that's a system which we've recently introduced. It's available to everyone. If you've got any questions around the system, feel free to reach out to Christian and to Damien. I'm sure they'll be only too pleased to be able to show you how the system works and how you can access it. It's incredibly important for us right across the airport to actually be fully aware of what we're doing. If we see any issues or if we need to record any issues, that we actually do this. One of the advantages of the system is it's accessible more comprehensively around the airport. It can also track the incidents and accidents, and by doing that we can hopefully predict and reduce the number of issues and injuries that we face around the airport. And then Alex gave us an update on everything that's going on in aerodrome operations in terms of snow, the new equipment which is recently been deployed just prior to Christmas, and some further equipment coming just after Christmas, and there will be more equipment coming later this year. So we're really pleased to actually have some new equipment. We just don't know what winters are going to bring us. Obviously last year was very, very significant in terms of snow. This year, so far, we've come off relatively well, apart from the strong winds. But it's incredibly important as an airport that we're well equipped to cope with any form of weather, snow in particular. So look out for more snow equipment coming later this year. Another interesting thing which happened just prior to Christmas was the drone incident at Gatwick, which brought the airport to a standstill. Clearly a very significant threat and a very significant risk, and very concerning for the airlines and for the airport at Gatwick. The government has reacted quite quickly to put in place a new drone restriction zone around the airport. That's been implemented very, very recently. And what we're asking people from the airport, from all staff, if you see a drone active around the airport, please make that known to the control centre as quickly as possible. We do have a new system in place that actually identifies and tracks drone, which is good. In fact, we put that in place before the incident at Gatwick. But we're also asking anyone who actually sees a drone or any activity that you see as suspicious to let us know as soon as possible. And then we also had a really comprehensive update from Stuart on transformation and technology. And of course, we talk a lot at the airport about runways and terminals and infrastructure and concrete and steel and construction and so forth. It's really also important to recognise that the technology team and the transformation team do a huge amount of good work behind the scenes, somewhat behind the scenes. So all of our infrastructure and capacity would come to a grinding halt if there wasn't technology and networks and software systems behind everything that we do. And we do have a fantastic reputation, not just in the UK, but actually globally, for using technology to make the passenger experience at London City Airport even better. So actually Stuart took us through a wide range of initiatives that the team has been undertaking, and a wide range of risks that they're also focusing as well. Some of the operational improvements, capacity improvements, some of the projects they were undertaking, some of the network enhancements as part of the development, the ever-present risk of cyber security, and so forth. And there's a full suite of initiatives that the team are taking place, whether it's operations, whether it's turnaround times, whether it's use of biometrics, the digital air traffic control tower, of course, Airport 2020, Office 365, drones and the drone detection system and so forth, using business information to make the way that we actually operate at the airport even better and more efficient. So a full suite of activities and projects that the team are fully involved in. But one thing which was really important, which we wanted to stress to all staff, is the risk of cyber risk and the threats from cyber activities. And it's amazing the number of suspicious emails that we are receiving now, and the number of the frequency of cyber events and cyber threats and cyber risks that the airport is being presented with, frankly, on a daily basis. So again, just something that all staff need to be aware of. Make sure when you receive anything in your inbox from an email or otherwise that looks suspicious, please report that, forward that on to the IT team. Don't click on that. We've seen other airports around the country actually have some very, very serious issues due to cyber attacks and cyber threats. So it's an issue that we're taking very, very seriously, and you can help us with that. And then finally, the new brand. Since we've actually had the all-staff meetings, it's been launched, it's gone public. You may have seen it around the airport. I hope you like it. It's certainly different. The feedback that we've had from staff and from stakeholders, from a number of media and people and airlines and concessionaires and business partners, has actually been really positive. It's quite different. It moves us away from that sort of corporate look and feel that we've had in the past, and perhaps it just signals the journey that we are on as an airport and as an organisation, from moving from that slightly cold, grey, corporate look and feel to a warmer, friendlier, open look and feel, and an organisation which is more contemporary and more modern in our outlook, and also one that's very centred and focused on London and serving London. And obviously the part of the new brand is to sort of celebrate the fact that we are at the heart of the capital, and also we have so many of our passengers say they love using London City Airport. That's reflected in our new vision, to be the airport everyone loves, and that's reflected in our new brand. Hope you like it. We've got a video some of you have may have seen before, but this is an updated video celebrating the new brand. Thank you so much, everyone. Look forward to seeing you soon.